Today I will show you how I made huge profits shorting Bitcoin on Liberation Day. Guys, I never thought I'd say this, but I might have partnered with OnlyFans. Hi everyone, and if you're new here, I'm Gabby Trades and I do live technical analysis on crypto and equities. And if that sounds good to you, please like and subscribe. Okay, how is everyone feeling about the news? Okay, maybe not exactly how you're thinking, but what's happening right now in the crypto space is absolutely insane. The founder of OnlyFans, Tim Stokely, has just made a massive move with HBAR Foundation to try and buy TikTok in the United States. And yes, this could have major implications for crypto, social media, and even the global economy. Now, let's break it down. So here's the deal. Tim Stokely, the guy who founded OnlyFans, has launched a new social media platform called Zoop. And they've teamed up with the HBAR Foundation to put in a bid to buy TikTok US operations. Yeah, you heard that right. TikTok has been in hot water actually for years because of this Chinese parent company, ByteDance. And now the US government is basically saying sell it or get banned. Big tech giants like Amazon, Microsoft, and even Rumble have thrown their hats in the ring, but now out of nowhere, Zoop and HBAR have entered the game. Now, if HBAR wins, TikTok could become Web3, like more Web3 based. Not that it's Web3 based, but yeah, this could mean more transparency and better payouts. If they lose, big tech will take over, which would mean more ads and more restrictions. All right. Well, I don't know if I got you with that, guys, but it was kind of like a last minute idea that I had. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Who's here? Sugar Cookie, Paul Premier, Anupam, and Kuhn, and Hodo, Cloud Chaser, and Casper M. What is this? Casper M goes, what is this? Annie, this was totally your idea. This is your fault. I was not planning to do that. And Legit is here. Okay, so Legit is basically head of unpaid marketing, and that's how we came up with that. Oh my God, I'm dead. Okay, now what happened yesterday? Yesterday, President Donald Trump announced major tariffs on imports from the EU, China, and the UK would trigger global markets sell-off. Now, dubbed as the Liberation Day, these tariffs range from 10% to 46%, with China facing 34%. Levies, how we call it in my language, I don't know. So the the EU is getting a really big hit with 20% tariffs, including 25% on duty, 25% duty on car imports. Right, so these news made the market drop significantly. Nasdaq fell with 4.5%, S&P dropped with 3.5%, and tech giants like Apple, Nvidia, Meta, and Tesla took a big hit. Now, European leaders, including Ursula von der Leyen, vowed retaliation, which is raising fears of escalating trading wars. For us traders, now, that's all we're interested in. This really means increased volatility with the US dollar fluctuating. Now, investors could be worried for a prolonged trade war, economic slowdown, and rising inflation. But what does that also mean? It means opportunity for us. We sort of like volatility, but only if you know how to trade that whole mess. So let me show you how I made over 400% trading yesterday's volatility, you guys. I hope you found that fun. Actually, can you guys hear the music? Probably not. Can you or can you not? Sugar Cookie? Music volume check. Okay, good. All right, smooth sailing. Cool. All right, let's move on now to the charts and see what happened yesterday. It was quite messy. Sugar Cookie loves the music. Okay, good. Yesterday was an absolute mess. So I'm watching at New York Open right now. This is the opening. We had a bit of a leg up. Now I'm looking at Nasdaq. Let's look on Nasdaq on the 4-hour. I think we have bearish signal on Nasdaq. We need to take this low, and probably that's what we're gonna go ahead and do now. For Bitcoin yesterday, we had, of course, the sell-off as well, but how did I catch that sell? Guys, like the video if you haven't. I know today's Thursday and everyone is doing weird things. I don't know why, but everyone is somewhere on Thursday. I do not understand why that is happening. No, you won't see it like that. Wait, I need my normal screen like this, and then I need to move you guys here. Hold on, like that, so I can read the chat. All right, drop stuff in the chat, you guys. Let me know if you managed to catch any trades yesterday. Cool. So basically, you know, I'm gonna cut straight to the chase, right? How did I catch the short yesterday? Well, it was all very clear to me actually, because all I was looking for is for this increased move yesterday up that happened on Bitcoin, right, and on Nasdaq, like all this leg up. This was signaling to me that they knew already something, right? So I had my levels marked on Nasdaq, which was the 20,000, and I gave that call on Discord as well. I said, we're watching for the level of 20,000, which is psychological. Not only, by the way, I also mentioned that in yesterday's live. I think when we were live together, I also spoke about that. And I said that we're looking for 20,000 level in Nasdaq. That's where we should be facing the resistance, and that's where we should be selling from. So basically, it's really as simple as that, you guys. How I get, you know, to mark these levels. Sorry, let's see why TradingView is glitching. How I get to find these levels is simply using my indicators. That's very simple, which you know, which help me find support and resistance on a higher time frame is usually what I like to see, and that's how I use them. So this down here, I marked it, as you can see, using my indicators on a daily time frame. That was the support here, and using price action, it also makes sense. You can do that by yourself, by the way, but the reality is when you have the indicators, it's just very simple. You move from a chart to chart, right, from a time frame to different time frame, and then you see these levels. All right, so let's have a look. Where are we currently standing right now? Well, on a daily, we know very well. Let's move this a little bit so you see price. Well, on a daily, we know very well that Nasdaq is aiming for this low down here. This low down here. So that from here for Nasdaq would mean another another 8%, 8.2%. Now, when you look at Nasdaq and see, okay, Nasdaq is gonna fall another 8.2%, then what am I thinking? Right? What am I thinking? I'm thinking I need to assess where is that level, because as you can see, yesterday we had the sell-off from the exact level on Nasdaq, which was 20,000, and now we're getting another resistance here, which is at which is also liquidity on Nasdaq, which is around 8.2% away from current price action. So what does that mean? That clearly means that Bitcoin usually dumps a little bit more. So you're looking at around, you know, add another percent or 2% to that, and that's where you're looking at Bitcoin finding its potentially finding some support. All right, so right now on Bitcoin, we've announced in Discord today, as usual, I do daily updates over there, so everyone is prepared in the morning. This morning I didn't do a video one because I was having coffee with Trade Travel Chill and Paz, but I still update my community on the targets and what's the current price action. So the current price action is pretty much showing us that now this low is a liquidity. Okay, again, I'm referring to my indicators. I'm sorry, I just use them all the time. It is what it is. So what basically, yes, Annie's the best. So basically what happens here, you guys, all right, I don't really like my hair today. So basically what happens here is the following. All right, we had this low. So that low is now weak because this high is responsible for this low. Sorry, this low is responsible for this high over here. Right, this low is responsible for this high. And what did that high do? Well, that high didn't take the previous high. So now this is actually a weak low. This is what the indicators are going to help you identify, and the higher the time frame, the better you see that pattern, right? And then when you see that pattern, you know that, especially on a higher time frame. Now, you know, I even use them on the 1 minute, on the 2 minute, on the 3 minute, 5 minute, but especially when we go on the 4-hour time frame and you see this, you know that that low it's going to be targeted, and which is exactly what we're seeing right now. Okay, especially if it's like on a daily, on a weekly, it's very serious liquidity. And this is what I look also at alts as well. That's how I find good alts to trade, when I identify where the liquidity is. Okay, so here we are dropping down. We've just taken this fractal low down here on Bitcoin. All right, so also coincides with Asia low. Okay, it's all looking brilliant for now. We're coming back down to take this low, right? Some people would potentially think that we're gonna drop down to the previous weekly low high and then retest and then go, but because we have the indicators and we know that this low is what's targeted, we are going to take that low. But why do I have an alert set here? And you guys know very well that I have this alert down here for a long time. Why? Because as soon as the week started, I told you guys that I am looking at this low, right? I'm looking at this low down here, and I want this low to be taken, because I haven't seen that with price action yet, right? This low down here, maybe remove that a little bit to the downside so you can see. This low down here hasn't been taken. So I'm waiting for this low to go. And where is this low? At 81,100. What do we say about 81,100? That any zone around a psychological level like 80,000 or whatever, I usually don't trade on the psychological levels, but they need to coincide with a bias that I already have developed, right? So I have developed this bias that this low needs to go, right? I was looking at this price leg. This high was taken by this price leg, and then we had a reversal. So as soon as we got that reversal, now I want to see this low go, but down here we didn't see that happening. So I was like, okay, this looks like massive manipulation for me. So I was looking for this low for a couple of days, right? I was looking at this low for a couple of days, and this was the perfect moment for me to target this low, right? Because this essentially move was made to come back down and take this low, because that low was a target from this. As soon as we started breaking down here, that low needed to be taken. Now, the same thing goes for this high, by the way, now, right? Now, since that we're just coming down and we're supposed to take this low, once we do that, then guess which high is going to become my target? This one, right? And before we had the sell-off yesterday, which was exactly at 20,000 Nasdaq that Bitcoin rejected. What did I also say? I said that we have the weekly high, which is very, very highly, it should go, right? So this high is my target and this low is my target. Which one is going to go first? Whichever one goes first, then I'm targeting the opposite. So yesterday I was in a situation where I'm thinking, okay, price is trading here. I want to see the weekly high gone and I want to trade at resistance, and then I want to take a short. But then my alarm rang over here that Nasdaq reached 20,000. So I know right now on a lower time frame with confirmation, I'm entering short, and I did that on a 1 minute time frame, and this is how I caught this short yesterday, and I'm still short, by the way, down here. Now, okay, so now that we know where we stand, we want to take this low, we want to take this high. Both of these liquidities are not cleared. Immediate liquidity is sitting down here, which is above this high, right? Let's zoom in a little bit. I hope you guys are, getting an understanding of my charts. I know they're busy. I know there is a lot of stuff. Actually, let's remove this buy zone. We don't need that. Inverted entries, breaker blocks that we've already used to enter long and short. We can remove these ones. Guys, yes, press the like button, please, and welcome if you're new here. So happy to have you. Yes, there is a lot you can utilize here. And of course, you guys join Discord. Click in the link. You will find how to join Discord because we have absolutely great and amazing community. All right. So again, let's repeat. Clear targets, short-term targets, right? Short-term targets, 88,814. On the lower side, we have 81,119.5. The high and the low, these are the targets, right? Okay, so one thing that I want to tell you also is that when you get patterns like this, right? When you get patterns like this with liquidity, especially in crypto, it is very, very possible that you can get some sort of manipulation before you take liquidity and like price just reverses and reverses so hard. Sometimes it respects, resistance. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it can even go up and take the high and then drop. But if that happens, you guys need to be ready to short really, really hard. Let's say if we reverse by some magic right now. I don't think that's going to happen. And I really don't think that's going to happen. But I'm pretty sure that the way we're trading right now, we're going to see some manipulation and potentially a range on a higher time frame before price deciding whether it wants to go a little bit higher or not. All right. And by that, what can we expect then? The most important thing is that you have a short-term plan, right? The most important thing is that you have a short-term plan, and this is my short-term plan, right? I want to see this high go, and I want to see this low goes to go. That's my short-term plan, and that's all I care about right now. Okay. So let's hope that price drops down and takes that low. This is going to make it super easy for us. And I'm going to tell you why it's going to make it super easy for us. Because if price drops down and comes back to the 80K levels, this is major support right now, major support. I am not advocating that we're going to get from here, a new all-time high. That for me personally is absolutely impossible, right? There has to be some magic that happens right now or price action that I'm not able to predict at this moment for us to tap into the 80K and to bring new all-time high. Okay, I'm going to be very straight with you guys and I'm going to tell you, because if NASDAQ has another drop to the downside, we're going to go on a higher time frame, and I'm going to show you exactly what nobody in this crypto space is going to tell you today. You will be prepared of what's about to come and how can we trade it. All right, so on a monthly, we don't need to repeat again what I said. I said that on the monthly, I'm expecting April to close doji. I'm expecting March to close doji. Then I'm expecting April to close higher, and then I'm expecting a sell-off in May. So let's have a look on the weekly real quick, right? Let's have a look on a weekly. So first of all, I want to draw your attention, right? First of all, I want to draw your attention to the $75,510 level. Now, first of all, it's not an exact level. It's not an exact level, but this is where my assessment is that if we continue to drop in a similar fashion with NASDAQ, this is where we should find support when NASDAQ drops down to the daily liquidity level that I just spoke about 2 minutes ago, okay? So 2 minutes ago, go back, reverse the video or whatever, watch it 5,000 times. You guys need to understand this. We have this major liquidity on Nasdaq on a daily level that is going to go. So if price continues to move like this, what am I expecting right now? I'm expecting that Bitcoin is going to drop to around the 75.5K levels. In fact, the zone starts from 76,000, but I think it's way too early. And it ends at around 74,428. Can price drop lower? Yes, but can we just focus for 1 second on this level and why I think is significant? So, okay, again, I'm using my indicators because it's fairly easy for me to do that. On a weekly time frame, what am I seeing? Oh, well, what do you know? This whole thing is a fair value gap all the way starting from here to all the way down here, right? This is a weekly price imbalance. Weekly price imbalance that we've already traded once, rejected, tapped twice, and now this is the third time down here, right? Third time down here that we traded, but have we reached the buy zone actually, essentially? No, we haven't. That's my first observation. Okay, great. What else do I see? If I go on a lower time frame, I want to go on a 4-hour for this. Okay, on a 4-hour time frame. What am I seeing? A nice range here. Okay, anything else? Anything else? Oh, look at that. Here is the buy zone. And then within the buy zone, this is the 4-hour bullish fair value gap over here. Now, what have I said to you guys since I started this channel? I said to you that if you have a buy zone, meaning an order block, right, it is very much more stronger of a confluence if it's combined with a fair value gap, right? And this is exactly what we're getting here. We're getting a fair value gap combined with an order block. So that is telling me that this zone might be a little bit more, in fact, interesting for us than we think. So I suspect that when Nasdaq drops to the daily level, it's going to come to around the 75,500 area and is going to wick this 4-hour fair value gap, right? Is it possible for price to drop lower? Yes, I have another level at 73,759.2. All right. And then anything below that, now we're entering into a different zone of everything. And I'm going to tell you why, right? I'm going to tell you why. Because if we go on a weekly, right? If we go on a weekly, we're looking at this. I want you to wait. Let's go on a cleaner chart. Let's go on a cleaner chart. We go on a cleaner chart. This is the weekly fair value gap here that we're trading in, that we've traded in a few times, and where we made the low around 76,500. All right. So my problem with this fair value gap is the following. If we start trading below this fair value gap and we start having body closes below this fair value gap, right? A body close on a weekly time frame. Do you know what's going to happen after that? Well, I can tell you right now, we're going to see this low taken down here, which is sitting at 66,883. Now, I haven't seen a single person calling for that deeper of a retracement on Bitcoin. So that makes me think that, a lot of people are not going to be prepared for what's about to happen. So for us, our only option is to wick this area, to wick this fair value gap, and then reject from it and quickly come back within the fair value gap, right? So we start respecting this level, because if we don't, then that means that we're going to see Bitcoin at 66,800. And yes, there is a buy zone here on a weekly, but guess what? The first fair value gap is at 65,000. So if we start dropping and seeing body closes below this weekly fair value gap, I'm now looking at 65,000 straight up. That's what I'm looking at. Does that make sense? Okay, this was very important, so I wanted to make sure you guys understand that. Yes, like and subscribe, please. You're more than welcome if you're new here. Today I had really nice catch up with the girls. It was very nice, but for some reason I don't like my hair, and I don't like pink. I don't know why I wear that. I don't even know why I bought it. It just doesn't make any sense, but sometimes I do stuff like that. Okay. All right, so this was very important update. Okay, I wanted to make sure that you guys are on the same page here together with me. Let's repeat. We have a weekly fair value gap that we're trading in for Bitcoin, right? It's this one. So we've already traded once. I don't want to see any body closes below. I will give you the exact price level, 73,723.45. 73,723.45. If I see any body closes on a weekly below this level, right, I'm calling for Bitcoin 65K. And before that, I'm expecting this zone to be wicked, because if I go on my very busy chart, I have marked all my levels and I'm seeing that there is a possibility for us to actually, you know, create a low in this area somewhere around here, which starts at somewhere around here, which starts at 75,510. Once we get to that level, 75,510, 73,759, also valid, right? 72,778, also valid. But all this needs to be a wick, not more than a wick, and then quickly trade back to the 73,759, right? We need to close within that zone. Guys, this information today was very important. I hope you made notes. You have this video to come back to refer to, and please join Discord, because this is where I send all the trades that I take, all the signals, everything that I see right now that is happening. By the way, as I'm looking at Bitcoin right now, look at it, how it's trading. Look at it, how the weekly candle is trading. I want you to see that. The weekly candle, this weekly candle, right? The wick is so big that next week I'm betting that this wick is going to get a wick fill. So we're going to see probably next week up price action. But before that, we need to see the lows that we want to see, which is this low down here. We want to see these lows go, right? We want to see these lows go. Hopefully today, right? We're massively rejecting right now, so might not happen, but we want to see these lows go, starting with this one down here. Once this low goes, then we're too close to the other one. I'm pretty sure that once we come down, back down and take that low, this low is going to go. But again, it's the end of the week, so manipulation is very much possible to happen. And like I said, these these patterns, such as the liquidity patterns, they tend to manipulate a lot before liquidity is taken. That's why we have the other strategies helping us make decisions. But I can tell you one thing, I am not ready to place a long down here. I've been tagged in few positions this morning. I had Ondo long, Pepe long, what else? I think that's it. But I quickly as soon as I was at break even, I quickly closed the positions, because I can see that Bitcoin has more space to go down. And the first area that I'll be willing to long for another manipulation is going to be around the 81,000, 80 or 80,000 Bitcoin, right? Once that happens, once we get there, then I'm more comfortable to start looking for longs. And yeah, that's it pretty much for today, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you liked the thumbnail. I don't know if the presentation was that great, very last minute, but I think it's quite funny. It's quite funny that we're getting OnlyFans into the crypto space, don't you think? Wolfie with so OnlyFans Gabby. Yeah, you're welcome. By the way, it was all Legit's idea. This was whole Legit's idea, so he's done great with that. So yeah, for today, that's it. This could be quite a manipulation move. If there's any scalps, I will update everyone on Discord. You guys, you can join Discord any day using the link in the description box. And also we have 20% off the indicators that I'm running with the code April. So go ahead, click in the link. It's in the chat box as a pinned message, or you can find it also in the comments after I finish the live. I'm gonna pin the comment over there so you can get your discount, because I'm gonna stop the discounts very soon. And also the course, I'm planning it for you guys. We're gonna start it. I want to start it at a good time so I can have enough time to do everything, like all the courses and, you know, the live sessions with you guys, all of this. And moreover, I'm looking to make some more fun content outside for you guys, so you know, you kind of like get a glimpse of my life, which honestly, I don't know why people think is so interesting. But actually, I don't think anyone thinks it's interesting. But when I'm talking to my friends, you know, they're like, sometimes you think that your life is not interesting, but it's interesting for other people. So I'm like, okay, I want to get close to you guys. I want to gain your trust. And yesterday in Discord, it's been actually quite unpleasant, because I managed to catch like so many scammers yesterday. I had like 10 people on my Discord, and one of them I actually trusted. So it was like, okay, you guys are professional, and I need to kick out every single one of you. But yeah, I'm here to protect you guys and to make sure that you have made our life interesting. Come on, Teddy. Now. Eddie. You're always Trader Eddie, and I say Teddy. I don't know why. I love Teddy and I love teddy bears. Even my my cat is called a teddy bear. But yeah. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on Discord. Otherwise, for the next live on Monday. All right. I will see you guys soon. Hope you have a great weekend.